What's going on, everybody? It's Real with Jordan and Demi. I'm Jordan. Demi over there to the right. And today we have Demi. This is the first guest we've had who really made their name on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
We have actually been just a shameless plug here. We started the Jordan Demi TikTok, so you can look up Jordan Demi. It's Real Jordan Demi on TikTok. We have clips from all our previous shows, not all our previous shows, but a lot of our previous shows. But today we have Jeris Johnson on, and Jeris is a throwback. He's a TikTok guy, but he also has a love of late 90s, early 2000s rock, heavy rock. And he's done some cool projects with some legendary artists. So let's bring him out. Here's Jeris Johnson. Jeris, what's going on, dude?
And we're all wearing beanies today. How
it's Beanie Day on It's Real Jordan.
Gang, baby. Beanie gang.
Are you rocking the Carhartt, Jeris?
Of course.
Okay, good. Love a Carhartt, man. So you've been up to a lot lately. Now I guess you're best known for the single Damn. You have the single, the version by yourself, and then the remix with Chad Kroeger. But you've been busy with other music lately. So I got to tell you, Jeris, I listened to your cover of the reloaded version of Papa Roach's Last Resort, and I was skeptical. Because, like, what could you do to that song to make it different, to make it better, to make it worth listening to? And the beat is sick. I got to say, the beat is sick. So before we go into the new music, let's talk about this whole Papa Roach thing. How did it happen? And how did you put together the music, the reloaded version of Last Resort?
Great question. So, yeah, it was just basically like out of a fairy tale, you know. I was in my bedroom, and this was like kind of right when I started blowing up on TikTok, doing what I do. And I just posted the Last Resort remix, and it just blew up, got like a couple million hits like in a day. And then I started thinking to myself, I was like, I wonder if Papa Roach is going to see this, like just out of curiosity, because, you know, I'm like, I don't know, maybe they get passed around things on the internet all the time. I felt like, so
right.
I thought, maybe they'll see it. And then basically I got, you know, like leaving out a couple of details. Basically, I got a call from Jacoby, the singer of Papa Roach, like a week later. And he was like, yo, what's good, Jeris? Like, I'm like, we're in LA, like in the studio, just like, you should come hang. And I was like, okay. Obviously I said yes, like I'm down. And I went over there, and it was just, you know, it was love at first sight. It really was. We just fucking hit it off. Like, it was great. And Jacoby and I kind of like just locked in with each other and just started talking and getting to know each other. And it just kind of felt like he saw himself in me and I saw myself in him. Like, that's going to be me later. And he was like, oh, like, you're me when I was your age. So we just hit it off. I showed him a bunch of music and shit. And he was like, dude, let's do this Last Resort reloaded thing. Like, screw it. And so we filmed it. So we filmed a TikTok that night, like in the studio, just like teasing like we were going to do it, you know, and that one went even more viral than the first one. So then
the internet loves Papa Roach for some reason. Like, Papa Roach has had this resurgence. There's literally articles on the internet about how your generation has discovered Papa Roach and appreciated Papa Roach. So it's kind of interesting how you capitalized on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I can remember, it's crazy that you say that, because it's really kind of true, and I don't even know why. It's just like Last Resort is one of the only songs I can remember, like, the story of when I heard it for the first time, which was at a like football practice or game or something when I was really young, like 8 or 9 years old. And one of the dads like brought like their truck in and parked it and like started playing music. And the first song they played during our warm up was Last Resort. And I just remember feeling so like fucking pumped up by it. And it was like the first song I'd ever heard with like cussing in it.
Yeah, it's a real good song for kids' athletics. It's a real
yeah, it was the first song I heard that just like had that energy. I'd never been introduced to like that type of music before. like at that young age, and I heard that and I was just like, yeah, it just felt so cool and so tough. And I just never forgot it. I never forgot that song, just like from that, thing. And then I remember it being used in like, when I was growing up in video game, like I remember it was getting used in like Halo 3, like highlight clips and shit like that I was watching on YouTube growing up. And so it's like, there is something about that song where the timing and just the way it hit, I guess it's just for the 2000s and for kids that grew up in the 2000s, it just like, yeah, it just hits different, baby.
Let's talk about TikTok for a second, because it kind of changed your life in a sense. Do you truly enjoy making content for social media?
Still,
that's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, yes and no, to be honest. Like, I like making art. I like making music and music videos and shit like that. But somewhere along the way, I realized that I was gonna have to learn how to play the internet game, if I wanted to like make it, quote unquote. So I started really like paying attention to like what goes viral and what this and what like all these different
Little Nas X game is what you're doing.
Yeah, I just started fucking around with all that type of stuff, and then I had a few videos go viral. Like I had a couple like ideas that I knew would go viral, and then those went viral back before TikTok was even a thing. So I had like a little bit of experience like on the internet, like with some success doing that. And I was like, okay. And I just started getting it. So I do love it for the reason of like, when you land something, like, it's like, yeah, you feel like a fucking genius.
It's satisfying. Yeah, I feel it.
I knew that shit was going to.
We've had that happen before.
Yeah, I knew that.
Demi's an Instagram star, so she knows what all that's about.
Not at all. I get hit in the face by branches. Stop.
Yeah, we were recovering Jeris on the way to the interview. Demi hit her face with a tree branch, so we're dealing with that right now.
How did you hit your face with a tree branch?
I was running back home from the train and it just woke me up.
You just didn't see a tree in your face?
I swear, like when I'm walking down the sidewalk, I swear I like almost hit a tree branch in my eye like a few times a week. It's a New York thing. Where are you located, Jeris?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm in LA.
You're in LA, but you're an Oregon guy, right? Originally?
Yeah, grew up in Oregon.
You sound like really disappointed about that. You're from a cooler place or something?
No, not at all. I shouldn't have said it like that. I actually love Oregon. Oregon is like, I love Oregon, but I'm glad I'm in LA, and I didn't think I would be glad that I was in LA. Like I thought I was gonna hate LA because I've just never been like a big city like type of dude, Like, I don't know, I just never fucked with that kind of vibe before, because Oregon is so like mountains and trees. And
what helps with you being in LA, Jeris, is that you're finding success and you're not super poor. When you're not super poor, LA is a lot more tolerable.
That's what I mean. I purposefully waited to go to LA until I knew I wasn't gonna have to work like a shitty job.
Right.
Because like the last time I was like, if I'm gonna be in LA and like do music, I don't want to be spending all my fucking time not doing music. Like if I'm gonna be in LA. So I just did it on the internet until I got to this point and then moved.
Take us back to your childhood. You're from Oregon. What was it like growing up? I heard that you have musical parents. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. The rumors are true. I have musical parents. Yeah, my dad was.
Is your dad Michael Bolton?
No.
That'd be sweet.
My dad was a drummer. My mom was a singer, and they played in bands together. met doing that. Had me. I'm an only child. And then they never pushed music on me at all. I actually did sports like for most of my life growing up. And then like somewhere around like 8th grade or something, I picked up the drums, and everything clicked because I realized that I liked to practice music, but I didn't like to practice sports. Like I always thought, I was
honestly like the key to being a successful musician is if you can enjoy your craft, making yourself better, that makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah. If you can enjoy being shitty at something, then that means you probably like it a lot, because if you can enjoy being bad at it, then you're really going to like being good at it. But sports, I just never was like that, even though, I was very much raised with like the mentality of like, like you can do anything, like you can, like you're gonna be successful. Like I was just fed this like programming, you know, from like a really young age. I was like, yes, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to, like, I thought, okay, I'm gonna be in the NBA. I'm gonna be a NBA player. Like that's like what I was like focused on. And then, but there was always like a little bit of a disconnect there with it. And then I picked up the drums and I was just so good at them immediately. Like I didn't even have to try at all. I was just really good right away. And I really like to practice them. So I started doing these like rock band camps. I got signed up for them like in the summer.
Did you school rock? Did you ever do school rock?
This was basically that.
Okay.
Like this was literally basically that. I mean, it wasn't like a school, but it was like imagine condensing School of Rock into like a 1 week version, you know? And that's like what the camps were like, you know?
That sounds pretty cool. Did you, I know that you're drumming, but because you like that really guitar driven kind of rock music, have you become a better guitar player as the years have gone on?
Yeah, I mean, I picked up guitar shortly after I picked up drums, and you know, did most of the writing and stuff in my old band on guitar. Taught myself how to play guitar, taught myself how to play bass and piano, and just, you know, everything kind of moving on from drums. But I just, in that time period, like of high school, you know, I just really was like, okay, music is definitely my thing. Like that's what I'm gonna do. There's no plan B. There's no anything like that. And then once the band broke up, I had a band all throughout like those years, and we played shows all over Oregon. I was the drummer and the singer, and we played shows all over Oregon and shit, and had like a good little fan base going, but everybody went off to college, you know, I was always the only one in the band. I was the only one in the band with parents that were like, yeah, Jeris isn't going to college. Like he's going to do music. And all the other parents were like, our kid's going to college, which is fine, you know, like whatever. But,
yeah.
You know, I just knew, okay, I'm going to go like do this. And so then after the band broke up, I started like trying to figure out what kind of music I was going to make. Like, how am I going to do it? You know, got linked up with this buddy of mine who knew how to work Ableton, which is, you know, a DAW. And he knew how to work
Ableton conversations on the show before. So yeah.
Great. Yeah. I love Ableton. and like, you know, he knew how to work it. And so we started getting together, but I'd be like telling him like everything to do, you know, I'd be like, okay, now like move this here and do this there. And cause he just like took a class on it in college, you know? So he just knew how to press all the buttons and shit that I didn't know how to do. And so we did that for a couple years, made a bunch of shitty like EDM songs and like pop songs and shit like that. And just kind of veered away from like metal and rock for a while. And then eventually, like a few years into that, I was like, I got to learn how to like produce myself, because I'm so the type of person that would be really good at it if I just spent the time to learn it. So I just picked it up, started working on that. And then that took me a few years to like get to where I'm at now, to where like, and it took me like, it's been a long, like some of these kids in LA, man, they're like 17 years old and like already making.
You're kind of old for like a TikTok guy.
I know. I feel like old fucking.
Not really. I feel like people are on TikTok. Like every kind of person is on TikTok, honestly.
Right. But on the music side, most of the people that are really hitting bigger.
My hairdresser is on TikTok. He's like 60 something. Not even kidding.
Yeah. Well, there's people that are old people.
I think we need to catch up, Jordan. I think that's what it is.
You're trying to. You're doing your best. You're doing your best.
So you produce your own music. Did you produce Dam?
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't. Sorry, not one I didn't.
Dam is a label track. That's a label track.
Dam was the So the story behind Dam. So we'll get into like the modern like Jeris saga.
Yeah.
Was trying to, this whole past year in 2020, you know, I was working on my music and trying to really like figure out who I was as an artist and what my sound was going to be and shit. And was trying on TikTok for like 8 or 9 months and failing, you know, every time. But I kept trying new things, kept trying new sounds, new covers, new songs, new content, whatever. Just like tried a million different things. And then I heard the banjo beat on TikTok, which is like, you know, it was the beat of Dam. And it was, you know, it was just like a big TikTok beat like that. It was being used.
Yeah. I remember it happening. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, everybody's heard that like beat before. And
that banjo sample. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, everyone's heard that. So like, I basically was like, oh, it'd be cool if I just put a vocal over this, like just for fun, you know? And I did put a vocal over it and posted it. And that shit just went crazy. Like everyone was like, I've never heard any music that sounds like this. What the, like, and it was even the first time that I had really like pushed my voice in that way too. I don't even know what came out of me then, but it just happened like that way, just kind of randomly. And so blew up, got like 7 million views in a week. And all these comments, you gotta drop the full thing. You gotta drop the full thing, bro, blah, blah, blah. And all this different shit. So we put it together, with the guy that like produced the beat and shit and dropped the full thing, and then that's sort of like, and then once I knew, like, cause that one TikTok got me like 400,000 followers, like got me a fuck ton of followers. So I was like, okay, now I just started posting like every other day, new song idea, new this, new that. Like now that I've got them, I just like go. And like didn't stop until I hit like 1 million followers.
How much coffee did you have this morning?
How much what?
How much coffee did you have this morning?
I don't drink coffee.
You're just a high energy guy. You're just a high energy guy.
I've never had a sip of coffee in my life.
No.
Never. I don't even know what it tastes like.
That's the only way I stay alive. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I
Demi's
don't do
lifeblood. It's Demi's lifeblood.
So we booked you on the show through your lovely publicist, Coco. Tell us the story and how you got signed to 300 Entertainment.
Okay. So I was kind of like, the damn TikTok dropped, and then it like blew up and went viral. And then 3 weeks later, I dropped the song. And I was wondering because like at this point I had like 500 or 600K on TikTok. And I was like, I'm wondering why like no labels have reached out to me yet. Like, I'm kind of curious. And then the day that I dropped Damn, the song, every label hit me up. And like every single one. I probably talked to 20 like labels in a day. I like back-to-back Zoom meetings and phone calls. And luckily I was sitting on like a catalog of music that I've been working on that year that was really good. And it was like, so it was like immediate proof that I wasn't just like a random TikTok kid. It was like, no, I'm an artist. I'm an artist that's just using.
Well, you had a band before you did TikTok, so
yeah. I mean, but of course, all these people that are reaching out to me don't know that. They don't know anything about me.
Right.
So
I got to back it up just a little bit with the Damn, and we'll move on to original music after that. I want to know how you got Chad Kroeger from Nickelback to do the remix.
Oh, I just asked.
Oh, you just asked?
I just asked. Everyone. Okay, so like the weird thing about like blowing up, on the internet.
People will pay attention to you.
Yeah, is that you get, and you also get everybody telling you like who you look like and who you remind them of.
Oh my God, I see it.
And so everyone, when I posted the Damn TikTok, was like, this is some like Nickelback shit. Like this guy's like modern day Nickelback. And I'd never once thought that in my life ever. I was like,
I think
what?
with the hair and the beanie, you resemble Wes from Puddle of Mud. If you're looking early 2000s bands.
How are we all wearing beanies today? This is insane.
Yeah.
So I basically, so I kind of have to finish the label thing to get to the Chad Kroeger.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
And I basically, took all those meetings that one day when Damn blew up. And one of my buddies knew an A&R at 300, and he actually came over in person and had a meeting with me in person. And we had a really great meeting. He's just legendary dude, super nice guy. And it was just awesome. And then like the following day or like a couple days later, they were the first ones to like put a real offer in on me. All the other labels were like, okay, we're going to like, we're going to reconvene this weekend, hit with our lawyers and, blah, blah, blah. So 300 offered me a deal, and then, the rest is history. So
that's rad. And it's cool that obviously you fit in well there, but it goes to show you that showing up in person, a real in-person meeting can go a long way. It shows people that you care if you can do it in person.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was great. It was super fun. I mean, I love, as much as I'm like up, in the internet and everything like that, like there's nothing that beats like a fucking real life vibe. Are you kidding me? Especially like in today's time and everything, it's like, I don't know. It is so much better and so much more like personal to just like be in person with somebody, especially when you're meeting somebody for the first time that you're going to be like potentially doing a lot of business with. And, working with really closely on your art and everything. Like it's important to have like a genuinely good connection.
Absolutely.
My producer, for the show, Hope, and I, we wanted to know, so who is this man, right, behind the bad boy exterior? Like, who's the real
Do I have a bad boy? Is that the exterior?
The glasses are bad boy glasses.
Yeah.
Watch out, those glasses, you kind of have like a cool, like the jewelry, like if some girl brought you home to their parents, they'd be like, what's this guy's deal with the jewelry and the hair and everything?
And yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
He said, I get it.
Yeah. I'm pretty bad. No, it's just, I don't know. How do I even answer that question?
Are you still into sports at all? Or are you just like too cool for that now?
No, I'm into them. I'm trying to get Affliction to my boys at Affliction. I'm trying to get them to send me to the UFC fight in July with Connor, because I love you like UFC and shit.
Do it. It's a blast. I had an era where I was a UFC videographer guy, so I've been
that's
pretty rad.
I low-key want to like. I think I'd like fight somebody. I'll
like
do
Logan Paul.
No, seriously. I think we need to like do this in the music industry now. Like all those YouTubers have figured it out, but like me and another artist need to just like throw hands. You know what I mean?
Rock and roll boxing. Like, yeah. Let's do it. I gotta ask you. You have this huge TikTok following. Would you rather have a bigger following on Instagram or a bigger following on TikTok?
That's a tough question. I have a bigger following on TikTok. I have over 1 million followers on TikTok, and I only have like 70K on Instagram. It's so hard to say.
Don't you get sick of the numbers? Just like obsessing over the numbers. That would,
I don't obsess over the numbers. It's just like, it is what it is. It's a number on a screen, but to me, it's just TikTok is so much more of a stage. Like TikTok,
it's different. It's totally different. Yeah,
it's totally different. It's a stage I can use to perform on and basically like fucking be a fucking rock star on. That's what like TikTok is. Instagram is more of a like tool for everything else, like
business updates,
because there's stories and there's the DMs. Like nobody can DM me on TikTok, you know what I mean? Like unless I'm following them, and unless they're following me, like nobody can DM me on TikTok, but everybody can like send me a message request on Instagram. So like the use of Instagram is so much different. And also it's like, I will say like the value of a follower on TikTok is less than Instagram, because this is just the way the algorithm and everything works. Like, the value of like, if I get 1 million views on a TikTok, like that's less valuable than 1 million views on like a YouTube video.
Sure,
1 million views on a YouTube video is like a much bigger deal than 1 million views on TikTok. But just because of the way the like app works, it just feeds your videos to so many people anyways. So like the high numbers do mean slightly less like on TikTok, but that's not to say that they don't mean anything, because they it obviously does.
Obviously meant a lot for you. Yeah.
Changed my life really quickly. So
yeah.
You
did reach us 66.6K on Instagram recently. So you got that 666 going.
Yeah.
I was curious now, you've known for Damn and then the Papa Roach Reloaded thing, but you're starting to really, I feel like the next thing for you is truly like original, like your music being released out there. You have that single One Night, which is a really cool song out now, which sounds different than Damn. It sounds different than the Papa Roach track. So where are you going musically, and what can we expect the full album in the next year? A longer EP? Like what's going on?
Yeah. Album. I'm sitting on an album.
You're sitting on an album, so it's already recorded.
It's getting there. It's not done, but it's getting there. Nobody has any idea that I get so many. I never thought like haters were even a real thing. I was always just like, what do you mean you have haters? Like I never like bought into that. But holy shit, I am eating my words right now, because there are so many And I don't know what it is. Like, I guess it's just like something about me, or like, I don't know about what I'm doing or like what I'm saying, but like, it's just like, or right, the way I'm like going after like rock as a genre, because rock has just been so stuck in the mud to me for so long, and it's just so crusty and boring and safe, and like I just want to make it dangerous again. I want to make it sound like something that your mom wants to fucking like turn off really quickly. And it's just forgotten like how to be that. It used to be that, and it's just forgotten how to sound like that.
Well,
and
part of it, Jeris, is that rock has become less popular in the mainstream. I mean, if you look at the top 40 now, Billboard Hot 100, there's maybe 2 or 3 songs that are guitar based in that top 40. So what you're doing is kind of like is making rock more palatable to people who really haven't been rock fans to this point, especially younger people.
Yeah, I think actually, like, rock has just gotten less popular because it's just not cool anymore. Just not fucking cool. Nobody wants to hear some old man drums and guitar anymore. It's just boring. We've heard it all before. It doesn't sound new. It doesn't sound like it's from the future. It doesn't sound young. Okay. And rock has always been like young people music. It's always been the fuck you grandma music, not like some boring like old man music. It's always been like the new edgy young like thing, and hip hop has just like taken that over. Like that's become the new like party music, the soundtrack to good times and all that shit. So I just want to like push rock into the future and make it sound new and dangerous and young and just like from the future. Like that's what it's all about. And my album sounds like that. Nobody has any idea. Nothing I have dropped thus far sounds like anything on my album. Like I'm not fucking around. Like I want to win a Grammy. Like I'm like really
You heard it here first, y'all. I mean, I love your style. I think you're really you've gotten to something really cool. I was listening to Damn this morning when I was working out, and
it's a good workout song. Yeah.
Did you get a good pump going?
Impressive. I don't know. I think rock is making a comeback from what I see. I'm hoping that as well. And I think this is kind of like, obviously, like you said, it's not going to be a Led Zeppelin moment, but it's going to be something of the future, which is something that you said. And yeah, this is exciting. Maybe you're going to bring something cool back.
What are your summer plans, Jeris? It's May now, so what do you got? You doing some festivals, some TV show appearances? Like, what do you got in the works?
Well, I'm trying to get my album out in the summer. I've got a few big singles and a couple of people that I've been collaborating with that are not going to be expected for me to collaborate with.
You are good at that. Like the Jeris collaboration is just like always like, I wonder who it's going to be next time,
Yeah. I'm about to throw a real wrench in the system with the next one, but and I want to do, like, I just played my first show this past weekend and it was really fucking dope. And so we're going to do probably like a little stunt in the summer, hit some college towns, like hit the big markets, New York, Florida, Dallas, like Texas. Some of the states are like a little more open and shit like that, and do probably a few shows. I'm booked for a few festivals that I can't announce yet, but yeah, I'm doing a couple of festivals too. Yeah, it's time to make this real, baby. It's all been on my phone so far. Like, I'm real famous on my phone.
Yeah, it is true, and it's funny too because TikTok is such a closed off environment. Yeah,
it's just like a bubble or something.
It's interesting. So
I'm like this like movement, this like new future rock shit like needs to be like a real life new thing. It needs to be real.
Absolutely. Well, I think the future is bright with you, my friend. I'm excited to hear what you have coming on next. So, Jeris, thanks for joining us, and we wish you the best with your new music and all the shows and everything you have going on this summer.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on and asking me some super fun questions.
Absolutely, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. That was Jeris Johnson. His latest single, what is his last? Oh yeah, One Night. His latest single, One Night, is out now. Thank you. You can follow him on Instagram at Jeris Johnson, and of course, look him on TikTok, of course. And we will be back next week, and hopefully, Demi's eye will be healed up. And Yeah. And until then, you can go to popdust.com for an archive of all our past shows. You can follow me on Instagram at Jordan Edwards Studio. Follow Demi at Demi_Ramos. And yes, check out our new-ish TikTok. And Demi, it's just it's real Jordan Demi, right? It's the full name of the show, right? Okay, cool.
Demi.
All right. So until then, we will see you guys later.